What's going on, guys? So no secret that I'm a huge Mancera fan. I always pick up several throughout the year. This year was more than most. Like, I picked up a lot of Manceras. A lot. Like, in the teens bottles of Mancera this year. So with that said, what are the 5 best Manceras I picked up this year? Because I picked up a lot of good ones. Some are going to be omitted that you might be expecting for regulars on the channel, but I took a look, and in my opinion, for my taste, these are the 5 best Manceras I picked up this year. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. It's as simple as a Regal Rose Vanilla scent. It's Royal Vanilla from Mancera, and it was the cheapest one I picked up this year. I think it was 49. It was 40 something. 49, I want to say, for their Black Friday sale. So impressed with this. Garlic rose or something like that. Rose water, amber, tonka bean vanilla. I think it's like a bourbon vanilla or something like that. Rich, thick, a little dark. Has a resinous smell to it. Monster performer, as you would expect with Mancera. Like a very regal rose vanilla smell. Like I said, smells classy, luxurious, elegant. Just all of those terms. God, this is a good one. So I picked up some really good fresh Manceras this year. No, not all of them were able to make it because some of the heavier ones I picked up were just so good. And that's the case here. Now, is this going to be for everybody? Probably not. If you like vanilla and rose, it's a mean combination, I have to say. Definitely worth checking out. That kind of blindsided me. I always assume they're going to be pretty good when I blind buy a Mancera. I just didn't expect it to be as good as it actually is. One of my best Mancera pickups of the year, one of the 5 best, is Royal Vanilla. This next one is just an interesting composition. It does give me the vibe of Acqua di Gio Profumo, but much more niche, much more complex and deep. So I'm not saying it smells exactly like it, but I get a similar tone. This is dark, a little earthy, while still being marine aquatic with leather and patchouli and all these darker elements, a bright violet that's a little on the powdery side. It's Mancera Black Gold. So a lot of you watching this right now over the last several years told me that I would like this fragrance, and you guys were absolutely right. So shout outs to my buddy Dedrick Hicks Jr., who sent me a decant. I did a live stream with him and Randy. They each sent me a few decants, and this was my favorite out of the either 8 or 10. I forgot how many we smelled that night. This was my favorite. It's like, that's the one. If I'm only going to get one bottle out of these decants, it's Black Gold. I love this so much. It's got a little bit of that Napoli sweet oud that, Pierre Montal likes to use, a leathery accord. There's a lot of nuance to this one. It's kind of a busy fragrance, but doesn't smell like too busy of a fragrance. But there's a lot of nuance, a lot of transitional moments in the fragrance throughout the, just kind of flowing from the top to the heart to the early dry down to the deep dry down. Performance is great. It's not super casual. It's not serious and dressy. It kind of falls somewhere in between. Slightly more situational, not a mass appealing fragrance, but an interesting conversation piece that has a lot to offer. This is such a beautiful fragrance. I'm so glad to have added it to my collection. Of course, 120 milliliters I'll probably never go through, and that goes for all of my Manceras. I just have so many fragrances, but what an olfactive treat for somebody that's really into fragrances as an enthusiast, collector, and hobbyist. Definitely one of the 5 best Manceras I picked up this year, hands down, is Black Gold. Now this one I just got, and I really, 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 really like it. Did I say I really like it? Because I really like it. It's Silver Blue. Arguably the worst marketing I've ever seen them do. Look at this beautiful blue bottle. This almost graphite-like silverish chrome. But it's not blue. It's not aquatic. It's a spicy caramel woody fragrance. And a damn good one at that. It's so smooth. Very smooth. I enjoy this one so much. A little bit of that sweet oud smell to it. Rich, thick caramel. And I'm not a big gourmand guy, and I wouldn't call this a gourmand, but there's gourmand elements because it's such a noticeable and thick and creamy caramel smell that I'm just here for with spices. And like I said, the woodiness, it goes from an oud smell to kind of a dry wood. It doesn't stay funky, and not that it ever really was all that funky in the opening, but it hits you right away like, ooh, there's some kind of oud oil here. Such a great fragrance, so beautiful, but so not blue. Just poor marketing. Such a marketing blunder to me. But the juice, I feel like they just poured it in the wrong bottle. But the actual fragrance, awesome. I mean, clearly, I picked up like 15 or so Manceras this year, and I just got this one, and it immediately became one of the 5 best Manceras I picked up in 2023. So, if you like spices, caramel, strong woody nuanced fragrances, that makes this one a must try. And if you have a similar taste to mine, and you like Mancera, definitely a must try. Strongly encourage you sampling this one because it's definitely one of the 5 best Manceras I picked up this year. Silver blue. Now this is more of a blue. It's not in the name, but it's in the gradients of the bottle. This is my favorite Mancera pickup of the year, so clearly this is not ranked. I typically don't rank these lists, but I love this fragrance. It's French Riviera. It's one of my favorite pickups of the year overall, not just Mancera. Love the gradients of the bottle. This is a very casual, laid-back vibe kind of fragrance. Fresh citrus, watery, fresh water smell, not a saltwater marine type of thing. Creamy white floral with a touch of powder and musk, a soft wood. Like I said, very easygoing, laid-back vibe. It's nothing crazy unique, but it's such an enjoyable scent profile. Just relaxing to smell. It's for that low-energy, laid-back vibe kind of day in the summer. They made a fragrance for that. Not that this is the only fragrance for that, but it's definitely what I think of for this. It's the mood it puts me in. It fits the vibe, like I was saying. Performance is pretty good. For what it is, it's not loud and obnoxious, but present, pretty strong enough, and last a solid 8 to 10 hours. I mean, that's as with most Manceras. Not a beast, but on the stronger side of things. Just such a good one. My favorite Mancera pickup of the year, if I was ranking it, it would have been the clear number 1. But I've been raving about this one most of the year, guys. Just try it. Mancera French Riviera. Last but not least, I just got this one in the same haul video, live stream, that we did Silver Blue. I might even put it in the thumbnail. I don't know what I'm going to put in the thumbnail. Am I going to put 1? Am I going to put 2? Definitely not putting 3, because it's only 5 in the video. But Black Prestigium is one of the best iris fragrances I've ever smelled. The iris and violet combination are magnificent. Why do I say that? Because you get a little bit of waxy lipstick iris, just a little bit, with more of an earthy violet smell. I don't get much rose, but it is a floral dominant fragrance. It's just the right amount of powdery for all the dominance of florals that it has, with a leather accord, with, I believe it's a little bit of oud in here as well. There's a smokiness. It's amazing. I haven't re-ranked my top 10 for the house yet, but this is absolutely taking something's place. A lot of people have been asking me to redo it, and maybe as we get towards the end of the year, I got to spend more time with some of these newer ones to the collection, but even off of one spray. I've only sprayed this one time on skin so far. I literally did the live stream yesterday as I record this video. I'm so in love with this fragrance. It's so good. Selly Tyree, shout outs to you for kind of twisting my arm to finally get it, because it's been on my want list for several years now. I've been meaning to get it. It finally buckled down because a specific viewer kept on me about, you need to get this. You're going to love this. You were totally right, my friend. So good. The oud that they use here, it's kind of like the same oud smell of Mancera, the oud. The oud, however. Some of you know that that's like my favorite slightly challenging oud. I get that DNA with leather, incense, iris, violet, like almost like that's the base of this fragrance. Very much a Middle Eastern vibe, iris dominant fragrance. Oriental resin is heavy, dark, classy, situational, powerful stuff. Not for everyone. Polarizing stuff. not for everyone. But boy, if this is your kind of jam, it's going to be one of the best fragrances you've ever smelled, because I think it's one of, not just one of the best irises I've ever smelled, I think it's one of the best overall fragrances I've ever smelled. Guys, this is off of one spray on skin and that spray in the air just now. That's how much I believe in this scent profile. So yeah, it's one of my 5 best Mancera pickups of the year. That seems to go without saying with all the praise I just gave it. So iris lovers that like some oud, this is that jam. This is the one. This is Neo, ladies and gentlemen. If we're in the fragrance matrix, shout out to Joel. This is Neo. Mancera Black Prestigium. Well, some may have surprised you, but that's my 5 favorite Mancera pickups of 2023. It was tough. A few of these were tough because some things got left out. I picked up Sicily this year. So Blue. Such an underappreciated fragrance. Lemon Lime. Love it. Love it. I've picked up so many more on top of that. Sand Oud was surprisingly phenomenal. I got Oud Black Candy. If you like licorice, it's a beautiful black licorice powdery fragrance. Like, I could just go on and on. I pick up Manceras all the time, guys. And look, I've got so many, I'll never wear them all. But I just can't get enough. It's a hobby within a hobby, collecting Manceras for me. Damn near, it's like Pokemon. I almost want to catch them all. That's how much I enjoy the house. Pierre Montal, turns out, is one of my favorite perfumers. I'll be damned. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. What is your favorite Mancera you picked up this year? I know a lot of you watching. I mean, you clicked a Mancera video. More than likely, you've got your share of Manceras, even if it's just 1 or 2, or maybe you're doing some research to get opinions on one to just scoop up. I hope this video was helpful, entertaining, informative, or just a nice casual listen and watch. Hope it was beneficial to your day in some way. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the ones that I believe to be the 5 best ones that I picked up this year from the house, you give them a spray now. Yeah, this is one of those times I'm pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.